a wrestling manga that should be made into an anime. Part 2. Before we start, subscribe, hit that notification bell, like, share, leave a comment below. Tell me what you think about this wrestling video. Throughout the years, I have been talking and saying and making sure everybody gets through to it. No? Wrestling anime has been the most popular thing from 2016 to 2018. Sorry, 2013 to 2018. But when it comes to actual wrestling, you will know how to make sure you look at it. The live action version of pro wrestling, you could say everything about it. But what can you say if WWE was to step into the anime wrestling world? Wait for it. Ready? Here we go. Hey, what's wrong with this thing? I can't do nothing. Much better. Wow, I had to do a genie style. Doing. Well, see, if you look at WWE's version of anime pro wrestling, this, what you could say, Triple H with everything he looks like, to, well, Dwayne The Rock Johnson as himself as The Rock. Man, that's awesome. Do you not see this? Do you not see what I'm saying here? If WWE was made to come to the anime wrestling world, we'll see this. We'll see every episode WWE Road to WrestleMania. I mean, when Tiger Mask came out in 2016, Hiddle-dee-diddle, the cat and the fiddle. How the cow jumped over the moon. The little dog laughed, the seeds of laughter. Toei, they know what they were doing. Cause let me say this. When Tiger Mask W came out, we didn't know how it was going to end. We kept on wondering, keep going, keep going, keep going. But hey, I think the next step at that time should have been New Japan Academy. The tale of Tetsuya Naito is the stars of New Japan Pro Wrestling as you never seen them before. Teenager Tetsuya Naito aiming for the top of New Japan Academy, but to be the champ, he had to face the greats. As in him being a teenager, I say what, 18 or 16 years old, 16 or 18 years old, or higher. And he aggravates everybody. Just to become champion. The god of pro wrestling. You know what? This says this should be in the anime. This manga just started out this year. God of pro wrestling. I mean, that belt looks familiar over his shoulder. Anybody want to say something about that? No? No? Nobody? Nobody? No? How can we say about this video? Wrestling personified. Tuno Kim loved pro wrestling more than anyone. He couldn't even escape the racial standards after Ming's retirement. While working as a construction worker, caught up in an unexpected accident and opened his eyes and returned to the day before his WWE entrance exam, he as villain King Fury. return to his 20s body with the knowledge he worked so hard for information about his future. I mean, what it's saying is, you return to WWF or wrestling. While take over the era of future, ultimately become the god of wrestling. So what if WWE at that time was to become an anime wrestling series, and he was the character who went from China to WWE? I'm your boy Chris Blackdoor Harris. When it comes to my pro wrestling skills, I know how to take it to new heights.